Hey everyone, it's Mari. I'm back today with another scrapbooking process for the Scrapbook Nerd, and I'm going to be scrapbooking this photograph of my daughter and her husband at their wedding. This is where they were playing the shoe game, and you can see they're holding up their shoes, and yeah, they were just having a lot of fun with that. So I wanted to scrapbook this picture, and I'm going to be using the Paige Evans Pink Paisley Whimsical collection to scrapbook this layout today. So stick with me as I work through this process for this video today. So I'm going to just start off here with my guillotine trimmer here from Tim Holtz, and I am going to trim down my photograph. This is a 4x3 photo in landscape, and I'm going to be using this really gorgeous paper here from the collection to use as my base. It's just a really cool neutral, and I'm just showing you here I'm going to create more of a diagonal design, and then the photograph is kind of going to have a little bit of a horizontal feature in the center there. Now I'm just going through the 6x6 paper pad, and I'm going to pick out some papers that I want to use to mat my photograph. I'm going to pull out a bunch of options from the 6x6 pad, and then I'm going to just kind of go through them and set them on that paper that I'm using as my base, and see what I want to use here to go with my photograph. So I'm going to embellish this layout with all of those gorgeous florals from the collection. And so I'm just checking out here the different 6x6 papers that I've picked out to see what I want to use to go. And I really, really love this particular paper. I love how it's so super colorful and has all the colors from the collection. And I like how that's going to go with my floral pieces here. So I'm going to use that. Now I'm just going to mount my first layer here with this really neutral piece of white paper that has the little hearts on it. It's got a little bit of foiling in it as well, which I love. And so I'm going to just use that for my first mat, and then I'm going to take those two other pieces that I had picked out to do a following mat here with these next two layers that I'm going to do for my photograph. So you'll just see me here cutting these down. Somewhat I am going to be using the cutter, the trimmer a little bit, but mostly I'm going to use my scissors. It's just quicker, and it's, you know, I think I can eyeball it pretty close to get these fairly straight. Now I'm going to use an embellishment here on the left side of my photograph here to create a little bit of a layer or area there to layer on beside my photograph. And I've decided I'm going to use this chipboard piece here from the chipboard sheet, or the chipboard from the collection. And I really like how this is going to start to create that horizontal line through the center of the layout. That's going to be kind of part of the area that you see as you go diagonally from top to bottom on the layout. Now I'm going to use another little bit of a layer of pattern paper to the left there. I'll just take some of this pattern paper from the 6x6 pad to use as a layer over there as well underneath my chipboard piece. And then I'm also just showing you there where I'm going to put more embellishments as part of my cluster. So as you're watching me scrapbook here, I'm just going to tell you a little bit. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a scrappy chat and an update of what's going on in my world. So you can see here, this is not my normal setup. I actually have a setup in the house that I'm living in during the week. So my husband and I sold our house, and during the week we're living in a house that we're renting. And then on the weekends we go to our house. It's about 2 hours away from this place to spend the weekends. And so I've got two setups for crafting right now. And this setup that I have here, I have very limited supplies. And so what I did was I packed up 2 collections in my craft bag, and I don't have any mixed media. I don't have anything else other than just what I packed. So I'm working with kind of limited supplies in the sense that I don't have a lot of options, but not that limited in the sense that I do have virtually the whole collection of Whimsical to work with here for this layout. So I've got lots of things to work with, but just not, you know, like I can't go and grab a mist, or I can't grab, you know, a stencil or that kind of thing to create with, because I just have patterned paper and adhesive to work with. So if you follow me, you know that I do really love to use a lot of different kinds of media or mediums in my process, and I can't really do that when I'm working on my layouts during the week. So what I really want to do right now is thank my subscribers who have been supporting my channel through this transition. It's been a really, really rough time. I'm not going to lie. We've had a lot of challenges, and there's been a lot of challenges for me as far as my crafting goes. I haven't been able to do a lot of it, and that's been hard. And I haven't been able to put up a lot of stuff on my channel, and that's been hard. And some of you out there have just really continued to support me, and I really appreciate that. I can't even tell you how much. So I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate that. And I will be having a giveaway coming up on my channel here in the future, so watch for that. I did reach 6,000 subscribers on my channel a while back, and I didn't ever do a giveaway for that, so I am going to be doing that during the month of February. So just watch for that. That will be a subscriber giveaway, and so I will have more details about that coming up in the future. So now you can see on the layout here, what I've done is I've created those clusters in the diagonal corners from the top to the bottom, and just using those gorgeous floral die cut pieces. Now I did not check when I was uploading this what was still available for Whimsical over in the Scrapbook Nerd shop, but you can sure check, and I will leave the description in the box below so that you can check out and see what is available there still from this collection. But I love this collection. I love all the colors. I love that there's 2 or maybe even 3, if I recall, different die cut packs. I know that there's definitely the floral pack, and then there's also the other pack of ephemera that's got lots of other different shapes and icons. It's kind of almost sort of like a little bit of a crafty theme, but I just really love it. I think it's super pretty. So what I wanted to do with my title here is put play the shoe game. So the word play was on the chipboard sheet, and now I'm just going to take some of the small alphas and then the larger gold alphas from the collection and spell out the shoe game, which I think is going to be super cute. I really like how this turns out. I think it's neat. And so you're going to just see me finish that up. And then I'm also going to put some of the rub-ons on here. Now I wanted to use these rub-ons, but I didn't have the little popsicle stick. So you're going to see me improvise. I just get out a spoon and I rub those on with a spoon because, hey, it works, so why not? Funny story, I'm actually doing this voiceover in my office at school right now, and I keep seeing kids go by and looking in here. They're probably really wondering what I'm doing. I have my Yeti on my desk, and I've got I'm doing this voiceover. It was actually a crazy challenge to try to put this video together because I've been having a lot of trouble with the computer. I have just a computer at school to work on, and the computer at school is really struggling to convert my files. And oh guys, it's just been, the struggle's been real, but you know what? I am going to persevere. I am not going to give up. I am going to keep going. And like I said before, I really, really appreciate that you have not completely abandoned me. My channel will return to normal when I'm, you know, through this little bit of transition. So at the end of June, everything will be totally back to normal. And yeah, but in the meantime, it's going to be kind of crazy. So I really wanted to use some of these butterflies on this layout. I just thought that they were so cute, and I thought they kind of went along with the fun nature of this layout. So I am going to rub on some of those butterflies. You can see I've got a die cut butterfly there, and I just really like sort of like that little bit of butterfly theme that I have going on. So I'm going to continue to use some of those on the layout as well. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the shoe game before. If you don't know about the shoe game, it's pretty popular here where I am, where I live in Canada, where the bride and the groom, as part of their reception, will play this game during the course of the program. And they get asked these questions like, who's better at saving money, or who said I love you first, and this kind of thing. So they just play this little game. So she's got her shoe and he has his shoe, and they put up the shoe. She's got one of his shoes and one of her shoes, and he's got one of her shoes and one of his shoes. And so when he's answering the question and he's answering for him, he puts up his shoe. So if he said I love you first, he'd put his shoe up, and so on and so forth. So just a really fun game, lots of laughs, and everybody seems to really enjoy it. So that's what this picture is of. I love the picture. The look on Bailey's face, I think, is quite priceless, actually. So I'm not really sure what the question was at this exact point that the picture was taken, but anyways, she thought that she was the answer and he thought he was the answer, so that's kind of cute. Now I'm just taking a little piece of that same pattern paper that I used in the photo mat. I'm going to put that in 4 different areas where I'm just going to rip the paper. So I just stick the pattern paper in behind the layout, and then I tear the paper up a little bit in kind of a V shape, and then I just take my stapler and staple just to add a little bit of texture there. And you can see I've used lots of foam adhesive on the layout as well, just to give it a little bit more dimension and lift in different places. Now I'm just taking a little bit of that foam adhesive and adding it to the title, just to give the title a little bit of dimension as well. And soon the layout will be finished. So thank you so much for stopping by today. I had a lot of fun creating this layout on the kitchen table of the rental house. And I am, like I said before, I am still crafting. I'm still trying to stick with it, and I'm really enjoying it a lot, actually. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And don't forget to watch for that subby giveaway in February, and make sure that you check out the link to the Scrapbook Nerd online shop and blog in the description box below. There are a ton of fun goodies over in the shop, and hopefully there's still some of the Whimsical collection left. I'm pretty sure there probably is, and you can always get over there and check that out over at the Scrapbook Nerd. I'm just showing you where I'm going to do my journaling. Thanks guys, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.